Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and blessings of Allah be upon all of you. Um, in last class on Thursday, we covered lesson 1, some basics up to point number 3. Okay, this is point number 3. We mentioned about that the kalima in Arabic can be divided into 3 columns, into 3 categories. Now we come to point number 4, and inshallah ta'ala, our IT support person is, in charge is also with us today, alhamdulillah. And inshallah ta'ala, I will ask him to give you a basic understanding of our website, how to see, how to watch our previous lessons and download the material and other things related to that one, and some ID issues as well. Now, as I mentioned, that this class is a special class on Sunday, and not every Sunday this will be. This is a booster class from time to time, and this will continue up to 1 o'clock with a short break in between, because we will be entering to lesson 2 as well after this. Now, point number 4 says, what is fail? You see, we understood from the previous class that there are 3 categories of a kalima. One is noun, second one is fail, is a verb, and then is a preposition. It is called in Arabic harf, which is more than preposition, I would say. So fail is an action word or is a doing word, and it shows an action and includes the concept of any period of time. You see, as soon as a word includes a concept of time, meaning of time, past, present, or future, this is a doing word, this is an action word, and technically it is called fi'l, working, doing word. So some examples are given below in table number 1.4. Okay, we covered table 1 to 3 in previous lesson, and today this table 1.4, and there are total words are 8. You see, each and every word in this course is taken from the Quran, because our focus and focal point in our mind to learn and understand the roots and basics of the Quran. And by the blessings of Quran, we can afterwards will be able to understand directly from the traditions, from the ahadith, the saying of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, if I start from my right to left, as Arabic is, as we know, that always read from right to left, and similar Hebrew as well. So ja'ala, this is the first word. Now we are going to analyze this word from different angles, because as we are advancing in our course, going further in our course, the responsibility of understanding, repeating, and revising the lessons are very, very important. Okay, so ja'ala means he made, usne banaya, he made, yani the male, the third person male made. Ja'ala means made. Okay, and many times this word has come in the Quran. Now, technically, when just by analyzing the translation, either in Urdu or in English, usne banaya or he made, we quickly understand that this work or this action happened in not in is not going to happen in future or at present, but he made means that is related, linked to the past. So in the past, that the time which has gone, he made, ja'ala. Okay, now remember, the Arabic is very scientific language. Each each and every letter and on top or below a certain stroke is very much indicative how it should be translated and understood. So remember, ja'ala, the first letter where you can find a stroke, fatha, and then ain, and then especially at the lam. So the first letter and the last letter is very important, and inshallah we will explore in future lessons. But anyway, this one ja'ala means he made, and it is linked to the past. And then again, we next word amana. Amana has come also several times in the Quran. He believed. Amana, he believed. Again, you can say that a is with fatha, this time fatha, vertical fatha, erected fatha, erected fatha, and meme with fatha, noon, the last letter also with fatha. He believed, and he believed it just by understanding the translation, recognizing the translation, we know that this relates to the past. Next word is yu'minu. Yu'minu, translation is given, he will believe. Yu'minu, he will believe, or in Urdu, wo iman laega. Now, in the analysis column below, it is written future, because if I say ga, he will, so will is an indication, is an indicative word for the future, will or shall. So he will believe, that yu'minu, he will believe. Okay, so that is first, the translation of this. And then again the word amin. Now remember, amin, just see the last letter of yu'minu, noon with dhamma, not with fatha as in the previous two words, ja'ala or amana, and amin at this point noon with sukun, and it just means believe. And this is a present believe. When I say to another person in front of me, if I say sit or stand, sit down or stand up, it means I am giving instruction. Okay, and I am asking to do, that person do this one. So believe, amin, it means that I am asking someone to believe in certain things, or in the context of the Holy Quran, definitely this is from Allah the Exalted. But sometime the word amin also used some by the human beings for other people as well, and inshallah I will give you an example where in the Holy Quran Allah mentions about a very pious parents, and a child is neglectful, a child is disobedient, and they advise him, the both parents advise him that amin, believe in Allah, why you are negating the existence of God, amin. So inshallah ta'ala, I will okay, I think it is better, because at the same time I give you some reference as well. So on the way I got this in my mind, so please note down. I have taken that from Surah Al-Ahqaf, which is the first chapter in part 26, and itself Ahqaf is chapter 46. Chapter 46, Surah Al-Ahqaf, and the verse in focus where I said that the word amin, believe, has been used by parents, by the human beings, is verse number 18. Verse number 18. Okay, so chapter number 46, verse number 18, and then you can identify the word amin, how the both parents, righteous parents, used for a disobedient or disobedient son. Anyway, so amin, believe, is a amr. Amr means present. This is a command. This is an instruction. Next, we say that this is a bit longer word. Yuqimuna. Yuqimuna, they establish. वो कायम करते हैं. And when we say they establish, it means this function or this job is being done at this time. Not it has been done in the, it was done in the past. Is not going to be in the future. In this case, the translation tells us, dictates us, translation, that they establish, it relates to the present time. Then again, another word is iqra. Now, this is the very first word which was revealed to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We know very inspiring story behind that. Iqra, read, recite, read. Okay, and this is again relates to the present time. If I say iqra, iqra al-Quran means read or recite the Quran, read the Quran, and this belongs to present. And then again another word, qala. Remember the first word and the second word, ja'ala, amana. This, just looking by the pattern, the beginning and the end. A person, if he does not or she does not know the meaning, the word, just by looking the pattern, one can establish a link with the family from this word belongs. So qala, ja'ala, amana, qala. Rhythmic, they are same in pattern. The first letter with the fatha, and the last letter, forget about the in between. The last letter is also maftuh, with fatha, a letter with fatha. And we know that, okay, the pattern is the same. Now look the translation. He said, ja'ala, he made, past. Amana, he believed, past. Now the same pattern, qala, he said. And in the column it is said, it relates to the past. Qala, he said. Many times it has come in the Quran. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ Ruku number 4, section number 4, Surah Al-Baqarah. Another, yaqul. Now, just look the pattern. The first letter, the second, the third, and the fourth, and especially the last letter. You will say here, yaqulu, it relates to not ja'ala, amana, or amin. It is very much related, this pattern, to yu'minu and yuqimuna, from that family. Okay? Because yaqulu, the last letter is with dhamma, yu'minu, last letter is also with dhamma, madmum, yuqimuna, yuqimu, also, dhamma is included. Inshallah, I will let you know why yuqimuna, what is the original word and why it has been something added, prefix sometime suffix. Now yaqulu, the translation is written, he says and / will say. So it means yaqulu, wo kehta hai ya kahega. Now in the column below line, the analysis, hal wa mustaqbal, yani present and future. So it means yaqulu can be understood in the meaning with the present and the future as well. Okay, yaqulu includes two periods of time, present and future. Okay, now inshallah ta'ala we will explore more why I have used here present and future, why I haven't used yuqimuna in the fifth word is only present, and yu'minu also why is in future. Okay, we come to this conclusion that basically if I say, yeah, okay, point number, just keep in mind this one, that past, present, and future. Okay, and we come to point number 05. And this is the third category in our kalima. Okay, so what is harf? What is harf? Its definition and explanation from the Quranic examples. So harf, particle, is a meaning uh, is a meaningful word, but it is unable to convey its full meaning unless it is used before an ism or fi'l. Now remember, the main categories, the category in with regards to kalima, either ism and fi'l, and the least category, the least important, and sometimes are very important, is harf. Okay, and when I say least important, means the number as compared to fi'l, verbs and nouns, they are very limited. That is why, though they are important in their usage, but according to number, they are very limited. Very few are there as compared to nouns and fi'l. So harf particle is a meaningful word, but it is unable to convey its full meaning unless it is used before an ism or fi'l. Some examples are given below. Now, I take this one. This one is ba with kasra, means be, and it means saath with. And though according to number, it is understood limited and dependent on asma, on nouns. Asma is a plural of ism noun, and asma nouns, and fi'l verb, and af'al plural. But remember that the Holy Quran has been used with a harf, not a noun, not with a verb, with a harf, particle, B. The very first letter of the Quran does not relate to a noun or a fi'l verb, but to a particle, B, which means with. Bismillah. These are the very first two words. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Now, the translation it is given, B means with, and slash in the name of Allah. Because in idiomatic translation, we use in the name of Allah, not with the name of Allah. We understand, and it is understood. Literal translation is with the name of Allah. Yeah, with name of Allah. But here, in the name of Allah, in a literary translation, not literal, but in a literary translation. So B means with, and there are many usage of B. Inshallah ta'ala we will learn in future. It's not only the meaning of with, there are some other meaning of very much related to that one. For example, one meaning is also be with meaning through. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ista'inu bis-sabri was-salah. O ye who believe, seek Allah's help through patience and prayers. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ista'inu bis-sabri, through. So the sentence, the jumla, the verse, the expression will dictate the right meaning, the right translation in the context. The next which I like to mention here is min. It has come many times in the Quran. From the very beginning we find ulaika ala hudam min rabbihim, min rabbihim. Here in this case, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim reference. So I just mention here that what is the reference? We know that Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim has come 100 times in the Quran, from each surah starts with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, except Surah At-Tawbah. And also Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is used within a, not independent, but within a part of verse from Surah An-Naml. So please note down your personal homework in this regard. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, how many times it has come in the Quran? We know that starting from Surah Al-Fatiha, there are 114 chapters. So if we exclude Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, as it has not been written in front of Surah At-Tawbah, which is chapter number 9, then 113. And I said that Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim has also come as a part of verse, as a part within a verse, and this is in Surah An-Naml. You have to find out yourself. So I give you example, Surah An-Naml, which is in part number 19 and chapter number 27. Okay, so chapter number 27, and find out where the Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim has used in Surah An-Naml, and what was before that, what is the context, and how it has been used. This is your homework. So each homework which will ask you to explore more and more about the context in which certain word or phrase has been used. Okay, so in this way you will be consulting the Quran, the Kalamullah first in this course for the purpose of learning. Now next is min. The minal masjid al-haram. Minal masjid al-haram, and we know that al-masjid al-haram, it is situated in Mecca. Okay, and Surah Bani Israel, this is chapter number 17. Just read the first few verses, first page, and find out how Minal Masjid al-Haram has been used in what context, what is the story behind, and note down in your notebook just the reference, Minal Masjid al-Haram, what is the translation, and how it is, what a brief introduction should be in your mind. And again, after that, ila. Now, bi, min, and the third I have mentioned ila. Again, the reference, the same page, part 15, the first page of part 15, and Surah Bani Israel, chapter number 17. First few verses, and identify the word or harf ila. Ila means two words, tarf. Ilal Masjid al-Aqsa. Minal Masjid al-Harami ilal Masjid al-Aqsa. So it has been used here. Okay, and then the fourth is fi. Remember these particles or prepositions, they have appeared in the Quran hundreds times before a noun or before a verb. Sometime, it depends how it is used. Most of the time, these particles have appear before in noun. Please do not mark anything on this screen, this right. Fi means in. So la rayba fi, there is no doubt in it. And we know that this is very common and well known. Surah Al-Baqarah, find out the translation. Translation has been given, but the reference, the very first page of Surah Al-Baqarah, and write down the verse number as well. La rayba fi means in, la rayba fi, there is no doubt in it, isme koi shak nahi. Then again, li means for. Hudal lil muttaqin. Again, this is find out from the first page of Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, a guidance for the righteous people. Now, just a specimen, just for example, they have been given these 5, bi, min, ila, fi, li. You will remember that the first bi only one letter. Last li, only one letter. So if there is any particle comprising one letter, it must be attached to a noun or to a pronoun, to a noun or to a verb, to fi'l. So that's why bi, bismillah, li, lil muttaqin. But with others, fi, ila, min, they are independent. They can be used independent. Sometimes they are used in combination. They can be used in combined. They can, they can be attached in the beginning as a word. Like for example, minhum has come, minkum, minhum, ilayka, walladhina yu'minuna bima unzila ilayka. In this case, ila is attached to the pronoun ka, attached pronoun ka, ilayka, ilaykum, ilayna, ilayhim, many times. Fi, he, in this case, la raiba fi, he is attached at the end. So fi is also used, the more than 2 letters or 3 letters, they are used as independent as well and as a combination. But the one lettered particles, harf, preposition, demands an attachment, demands a link with the next word, with the in front of them. So inshallah we will explore more and more. These are the notes, if you have printed these notes, you can write down your notes. This is your copy, and you take abundant notes, and that will generate many questions in your mind. Maybe you can find another good example of your own, and please, if you find something good, share with us, because learning is a continuous process and helping each other in this course and class. Okay. And similarly, if you find any mistake, any error, for example, in any typo, any typing error, or any error in the translation, for example, the phrase, anything, or any suggestion, please give us by email, and inshallah ta'ala, that will be better for everyone. Now we come to the homework or classwork. Now, memorize the following Quranic words, keeping in mind 3 types of kalima. The very first word, chapter, which as a Muslim we should memorize, is Suratul Fatiha. Because without reciting Suratul Fatiha, unit of prayer is considered incomplete. So Suratul Fatiha is very, very important. This is the index of the Quran. The very first chapter, it has been the most repeated surah of the Holy Quran is Suratul Fatiha. The most repeated. And this is mentioned in the Quran as well. If you go to chapter number Suratul Hijr, which is in part number 14, the starting of part 14, chapter number 15, and find out that how Allah the Almighty has praised Suratul Fatiha. I'll give you from verse number, or last ruku, section number 6, from 81, verse number 81 to 90, 100. So the last section starts verse number 81 to 100, and find out how Allah the Exalted has mentioned Suratul Fatiha, the 7 oft repeated verses, okay, and the context as well. And all these words have been taken from Suratul Fatiha, because this is the very first chapter we should memorize, we should recite well in correct manner, correct pronunciation, and know its translation, its running translation, and also its literal translation, its expressions as well, and word for word. Okay, so if I start from my left, basically B, and the translation is with, you have to memorize that one. Okay, maybe you have already know, and I understand you must have memorized or learned by heart so far. But anyway, this is some revision. So B is mean with. B, there is no concept of time, and you know that where you will put that word B. And then ad-deen, the judgment, ism, name, okay, doing is a naming word, na'budu. Oh yes, na'budu, just recognize the pattern and the translation. We worship. Okay, so we worship, we worshipped, we will worship. Yes, there is a concept of time, and I cannot classify basis on the information given to us in the course in this lesson. Concept of time demands that I should put in the column of verb, fail. It is not a harf, not a ism. And similarly, Allah, nasta'inu, again we seek help. Ar-Rahman, the gracious, ihdina, guide us. So you continue, with all this sheet. Okay, so a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Basically, many words from Surah Al-Fatiha has been given. You just classify each and every word in it. So if I go to next sheet, this is basically now for you 1.1. Write down the meaning of the following words, kalimat, and classify them. So if I start from my right, yawmun, write down the meaning. Okay, write down here the meaning, yawmun, day. And the yawmun, you will say, okay, yawmun, day, it is not particle because it is a full word and independent word, and its meaning is clear. And particle harf is that word which can be understood only when it is attached to a noun or a fi'l. So in this case, it is quite independent. It means it must be considered as a noun, yawmun. Similarly, ar-Rahman, Rabbi, and qala. Qala, if you know the translation, because it has been dealt in I think 1.4, you would say, oh, qala means he said. Definitely this is a verb, not a noun, not a harf. Al-maghdub, an'amta, you blessed. If say an'amta, you blessed, yani Allah Ta'ala. So if it's an'amta, look here, this is an'amta. An'amta, you blessed. You blessed, you bless, you will bless. As soon as you can identify the concept of time, it is failed, you can put that this is an'amta, is a verb. Raiba, doubt. A'udhu, I seek refuge. I seek refuge, yes. I sought refuge. I will seek refuge. Yes, definitely this is a verb. Hudan, Hudan, guidance. Guidance, and I cannot link to past, present, and future. Definitely Hudan, this is a noun. Ar-Rajim, the accursed, the rejected, and I cannot link to the past, present, and future. Definitely this is a noun. Yunfikuna. Now yunfikuna, basically, as I mentioned, that read down or read the first page of Bani Israel or first page of Al-Baqarah. At the same time, I would say that read with concentration. And you will find that in the first page of Surah Al-Baqarah, I have just recited or read Yunfikuna. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. though the word yunfikun has not been used in the previous sheet or in the examples in point number 1, 2, or 3, but the homework which was given, which I directed you to read this page or that page, if you have read, if you follow that instruction, your mind will just think, oh yes, I have read Yunfikuna. Even if you do not know the translation, you can go back and find out in which context the word has been used. Yunfikuna, they spent. And then you should recognize the Yunfikuna, the same pattern in 1.4 table, Yuqimuna. Now Yuqimuna, Yunfikuna, that looks like the same family, same pattern. And note down the translation, Yunfikuna, they spend, yes, concept of time, this is a verb. And again, Sirata, Fi, Abdalin, Allahu, Na'budu, Hamdun, you say Hamdun, okay, Hamdun, okay, Hamdun, Alhamdulillahi, Hamd. So this time is Tanween here, to Dhamma. Why in the Quran it is not Alhamdun and now it is Hamdun? What is the difference between Alhamdu, Hamdun? When you will generate these type of questions, you are actively learning or listening. Because active learning and passive learning, there is a lot of difference. As soon as your mind, your active mind starts generating questions, why, what is the difference, then inshallah ta'ala you will be actively learning, moving forward. And then ihdi, yes, ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, ad-din, al-mustaqim, al-alamin, nasta'inu, maliki, wa. Now, in 1.5, I did not mention wa. I mentioned bi, ila, fi, or li. You would say wa means and. It is very common, wa means and. Where should I put that one? I have not been taught. You know, in column number 1.5, the point one table 1.4 or 1.5, wa is not mentioned. But say and, just know the meaning, and based on the information in your mind, you will classify that wa is a particle, is not a noun, not a verb. Because without an addition to noun or addition to attaching to a verb alone, it has no meaning. It is of no use. If I say and, so it means that something is behind and something is coming after. If I say just say wa and I became silent, it does not convey the meaning. It demands an attachment in the beginning or after that. In this way, you can basically learn any word or classify any word from the Quran. Now, if I go to, let's see, just I'm scrolling down. If I say, okay, this is 600 pages, the Quran, basically, most of the Quran, 600 pages, or, you know, more or less, not less, not more, but around 600. So if I say today is 15th, if I say 15th, yes. So 15th, if I say 150, okay, 15th, let's say 15, page number 15, and I like to identify Allah, yes, definitely an ism. Min, harf, and then wa, harf. Bima, bi, yes, harf. After lesson number 2, you will learn quickly and recognize quickly about these things. So without much furthermore, we come to 1.2 now. Repeat the following words aloud and tick the right column in front of each word, keeping the meaning in mind. We know that baytun, we mentioned baytun in 1.1 table, baytun, like bayt, baytul atiq. I mentioned baytul atiq for the holy Kaaba. Now, based on the information right now, what we learn, we can say that this is a noun. So I would write down here, if I say, okay, you write down, the tick in the right column. And then kataba, labanun, alimun, iqra, yaqulu, yunfikuna, qala, all you can identify this. And either this is a ism, fail or harf. Okay. So it is up to you. This is your homework. What we are going to do that this test or any test which is coming in this course, this 1.1 or 1.2 or 1.3, first you try yourself, concentrate, revise your lesson, and keeping your notes away, just attempt. Just try to solve these exercises on your own without looking at the notes. And then go to a website where you can find these notes. You will find solved examples, solved exercises. These exercises will be solved. You just check and match where you have, if there is any mistake, you can identify. Because after 5 lessons, there will be a test which will be sent to you by email, or you can download from website after 5 lessons. So all these exercises you have to do on your own pace at home, and make a folder, make a file, and check with the solved examples. Okay. And after 5 lessons, you will be then attempt a independent question paper. Now we come to the conclusion of lesson 1. Please place a tick or cross at the end of following sentence statements. अरबी के हरूफ तहज्जी की तादाद 26 है. There are 26 alphabet in the Arabic language. This is my statement. Okay. For the sake of examination, testing your knowledge, how far did you learn so far? How far did you learn? So this is my statement. There are 26 alphabet in the Arabic language. So what will be your answer? So write down it is correct or incorrect. Okay. A meaningless word can also be classified as kalima. बेमाना लफ्ज को भी कलिमा कहा जा सकता है. Think over, reflect on your notes, and then tick or untick, correct, cross or tick. Number 3, a noun has also a link with a period of time, past, present and future. इसम का ताल्लुक किसी ज़माने से भी हो सकता है या होता है. Number 4, there are 3 types of kalima in the Arabic language. अरबी में कलिमा की 3 अक़साम हैं. Is this statement is correct or incorrect? Based on the knowledge which you have gained from this lesson 1. Min rabbihim में पहले लफ्ज का ताल्लुक इस्म से है. The first word in the phrase min rabbihim, I asked you to recite and read the first page of Surah Al-Baqarah, and you will find min rabbihim, this phrase placed there. The first word in the phrase min rabbihim, which is min, is an ism. This is my statement. Now you have to negate it or testify. This is correct or incorrect. Okay. Number 6. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. More than 20 times, 30 times we recite on daily basis in 5 daily prayers. Okay. Now, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, we know what is the meaning of Ihdina, guide us. As-sirat, the path, al-mustaqim, the straight, the right. My statement is that beside an ism and a fi'l, the above Quranic verse, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, also includes a harf in terms of its syntax in text. Please reflect over its translation. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, can you identify a particle, a harf, a preposition in that? I said there is. You have to testify or negate, correct or incorrect, right or wrong. Number 7. There are 3 types of meaningful words in every language: German, English, Arabic, Hebrew, Urdu, any language. My statement is that there are 3 types of meaningful words in every language. Correct or incorrect? You have to give the answer. Number 8. There is also a fail verb in the above Quranic verse, Maliki Yawmiddin. Again, I have taken this from Suratul Fatiha. Please reflect over its translation, the meaning, Malik Yawm ad-Din. And my statement is that there is a verb included, a hidden or clear appear in these 3 words, is there included in this one. So you have to tell me what is that. Ta'awuz. We know ta'awuz meaning A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. This is a term especially for this phrase because we have been taught by the Quran to recite the Holy Quran, but before that we should seek refuge with Allah. I think maybe I have given you the number, the A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, chapter number 16 and verse number, I think I have given last time. So ta'awuz. So my statement is that ta'awuz includes all 3 types of kalima. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Can you find that ta'awuz includes all 3 types of kalima, or only there are asma, there are nouns, or there are verbs, but there is no particle, there is no harf? You have to reflect. Okay. And the last, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, the very first verse of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, very first verse of Surah Al-Fatiha and the Quran, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, there is only one fi'l in the above Quranic verse. Please reflect over its translation and testify or negate, correct or incorrect. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So that concludes our lesson 1. We have taken a bit longer time in lesson number 1. I have done that with a purpose, because these are the foundation stones, foundation bricks. So if the foundation is on clear ideas, concept, the learning, the further learning, the future learning will be inshallah quicker and in strong foundation, with strong roots. So now I think we should have a break about 5 to 7 minutes. You can have a cup of tea or drink, whatever you like, and inshallah ta'ala at 11 o'clock, exact 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, we will start our lesson number 2. Okay. And I think it is better if I give mic now for because okay, 5 minutes break. If I take one or two quick question for 2-3 minutes, so I would ask co-host, please give mic to any person. Like
Okay. I'll give mic to Najla L8021.
L8021, yes. Okay.
Can you hear me, L8021? Assalamu alaikum, L8021.
Okay, I think she's not there.
Oh.
8031 is here.
Okay, let me do it. Here we go. 8031. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, wa assalam. Okay, okay, assalamu alaikum. Did you understand this lesson?
Yes, a little bit. It's a bit tricky for me, but I'm trying to understand it and trying to concentrate on it.
Okay, not to worry, because you know the recording is available, and you can listen again and again 2-3 times and go through the notes, and it will be okay. Because if this is quite new, it will take some time. It's a new language, and you know it demands a passage of time for learning. Okay. Is there any question you like to ask?
Yes, Hafiz Sahab. I just saw last night about there is a Quran seminar, and I did enroll me for that event. But I want to ask that there is a class on 12th of November. Is it going to happen again, or will?
No, it's going to happen, inshallah. And this seminar is part of the class. That is why this is afternoon. The class is there, but this is in addition to the class. This is a Quran seminar. So basically, our all enrolled students of this course is entitled, and they should actually register their interest, but they should come and attend.
All right. Okay. Jazakallah.
Okay. So another person, please.
Okay, another person. I will go M7039.
Yes, M7039.
He's not there.
Assalamu alaikum, M7039.
Okay, let me try another one. M7040.
M7040, yes. M70. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. So your ID M7040?
Yes.
Okay, good, excellent. Okay, do you have any question?
Not right now.
Okay. You like to comment anything difficult, hard, or are you the pace is okay? Did you understand well, or any other issue with regards to access to recording or this material download?
No, I think it's all fine. But it's because it's a new language, it's gonna take time. So like you provided us with recordings as well, so I think we'll be fine.
Okay. So it is important that all students they have access to recording. They can listen. Even audio may be useful. There's no need. You can download the audio as well. You can listen in wherever you are conveniently. So it's no problem. Okay, that's good.
We have a question from L8010.
Yes, what's the question?
Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, yes, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Hafiz Sahab, my question is that we signed up for this 10-week online course. The additional classes, will they cover different material and the lessons will be covered online, or the additional classes will include the lessons as well? So we'll miss something if we don't attend.
Nothing to that. This is a continuation. You see, for example, if you miss any in ideal situation, and I would appreciate that no person miss any class, because there's a part of active learning. But even if there is a class in physical class happens, for example, in future in November, that will also be recorded and will be available on website. So this is a continuous course. That's why the physical class did not happen today in Baitul Futuh, but this is an additional and booster class today on Sunday. It is being recorded and it will be available there.
Okay, that's fine. Jazakallah.
Yeah.
Okay. We have another question from M7001.
Yeah, please.
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Hafsab, just a quick suggestion or question, I would say. While you are teaching, there are a few questions which come according to the lesson you're teaching.
Yes.
But there is no mean of asking that question at the same time. But when the lesson is gone, then that question also unfortunately either goes or it's a bit too late to ask. So is there a facility of asking the question?
No, you just note down your question, and when there is a time for asking, you can ask question right now. You see, if there is any genuine question, just write down, note down, and this is the opportunity. After lesson, I will reserve 10 minutes to ask the question. So if you have any question, ask me right now.
No, that's absolutely fine.
We are in the lesson now.
That's absolutely fine. I think I did get the answer for that question on the next page, but it's I will note the questions down for the next time.
Okay, this is the beauty of this course, that if there is a question, maybe it is solved, by the end of the lesson.
Yes.
It still remains unanswered. You have, by all means, you can ask the question right now in the chat panel as well, or in here on mic or by email. But I would prefer if you use mic. When the time of question time at the end of each lesson, 10 minutes, you can ask the questions. Yes.
That's absolutely fine. Jazakallah, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. M8006 has raised their hands.
Yeah, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Jazakallah for all these teachings. Please, I'm having difficulty printing the class notes from the website, so I don't know if it's...
No problem. Our IT support in charge is here, and he would be. I think the visa, if you could, before I start lesson 2, could you please quickly 5 minutes go through all that website matters?
Yes, I can do. Is it possible I can screen my share my desktop?
Yes.
How do I do this?
Okay, not to worry. I will share the screen. Pause share.
If I say yes here.
If I say
hang on. Okay. So if I go.
Is this one?
This one.
If I
yes.
go, yeah. Just a minute. I give you the remote control. I think that will be... Basically,
it's very, very simple. We're trying to make it very simple. Everything that we do starts from NQC, National Quran Class. So I'm going to type here www.nqc.org.uk. nqc.org.uk. National Quran Class. We go in there, and the first thing we come up, we see the National Quran, Talimul-Quran class website. And this is the latest edition, is the Quran seminar that we have been advertising. But to look at the class recordings, which is in here, so we're interested in Tarjmatul Quran class recordings. So here you can view the class. If I click on that, I can see, and this is last Thursday's class here. And then later on today, inshallah, we will have the other 2 classes, which will be today. And then every week it will keep on going there. Now, the thing where you have the notes, if you click on the courses here, and you will see that this is not the only course. There's also other courses are running, but the course that you are interested in is this one here, the Holy Quran Translation course. So if I click on see more, and there you can see the Introduction to the Arabic Parts of Speech, which was the lesson that we did on Thursday. So if I was to click on that, you will then see the notes for the lesson, as well as the video related to that lesson. And here later on we will get the Tarjma course exercise will be uploaded here. Now here you can download this page by clicking on this. You can see this here, download sign. You can download PDF, and this here it says how many pages. So you will download this PDF document. It will contain 8 pages. You can zoom if you don't want to download, but it's best to download and print because that will be of more beneficial to you. Because after you download it, you can then be able to go down and write on it, or the references as you require. So basically, that's what it is. And if I was to click on the Tarjma course, so this Tarjma course exercises, this will be marked. This will be done added later. So to go back, it's very simple. Courses, and then click down. If you want, you can also look at the Talimul-Quran classes as well. You can see this is the very basic foundation of learning to read the Holy Quran, and these are also available for you to download as a revision. You can also look at the Quran class. Where am I? Holy Quran. There is no. This is the Tarjma. Talimul-Quran is what I was looking for. So course 2, you can see the recordings of the past recordings. Like yesterday's recordings I haven't done, but I will do that later tonight, and they will be added here. And that's it. And if you, in case you do want to take the quiz, we will keep on adding the quiz. It's now very simple. I've made it very simple. There was a technical issue, but now all you have to do is to register and put your username and email and do a simple maths sum and then register. But here you have to wait for me to approve your registration, and this is because in order to protect the website from spam. There is a lot of spamming going on, so I'm going to only approve those which are legitimate or appear to be legitimate email addresses and names. So you have to wait for the approval, and then once you've got the approval, you will be able to go into and do the quizzes. The reason we want the registration for the quizzes is so that we know there's a leaderboard, so we know who is coming up and who is number 1, and also so that you can keep track of your own progress. But I think that's, in case you have registered already and you have forgotten your email, your password, then there is at the bottom of the login page, you lost your password here. If you click on that, lost your password, and all you do is you put your username or email address, and then again answer a simple question, get the new password, and then look for the email in your email. Sometimes it may go into your junk mail. So if you have any problems or your password is not being reset, just contact me at info.org.uk, and inshallah ta'ala we will get and resolve your problems. So any other questions, then please contact us. I think that's roughly all there is.
Yeah.
So if I can pass it back to Hafiz Sahab. L8020, you have raised your hand. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah,
Assalamu
Walaikum
assalam. My question is that the PDF file for these lessons, there's 8 pages it says on the file when you download, but I saw Hafiza mentioning there's a sheet for this. These sheets are for up to exercise 1.3, and I think Hafiza was mentioning 1.4 and 1.5 as well, which is not uploaded on the website.
No, it's here. It's here. Look, the Not the sheet, not the sheet. I was telling about the table. You know, look, the table. The table. This is table 1.5. The table. You know, where the examples have been given. 1.5, 1.4. About the table, not the sheets of the test, but the tables, the examples.
Okay.
Yes, 1.5. That's why you know, I was referring to main, B, ila, like that.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
All
right.
Okay. There are two table where the examples have been given in the lesson, and the sheet was a test sheet 1.1, 2, 3. These are the exam test sheet.
Okay. Okay. Jazakallah Hafiz.
That's good. Okay. So our break basically included in the introduction to our website. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, let's start. I think I should give a 2 minutes break now. I will start 10 past 12. All right, 10 past 12.